Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. The anticipation is building in Prince Albert with the Raiders earning a split to start the WHL Championship Series as it now heads back to Prince Albert for the rest of the week. Keenan Sorakan has more on the Raiders' chase for the Ed Chanel Cup.
The Western Hockey League final is coming back to Prince Albert as an even series. The Everett Silvertips and Prince Albert Raiders exchanged blows over the weekend with the long-anticipated matchup between season-long heavyweights living up to the billing.
Loose in front. Tremendous defensive effort and a goal.
The Raiders got the better of the Silvertips to start the series on Friday with a 4-2 win at Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett, thanks to this nifty pass from Braden Coots to get the Raiders on the board before potting a power play goal of his own in the second period to give the Raiders a 2-1 lead, before Mikhail Orshilak locked down the potent Silvertips attack with a 39-save performance to seal the win. But Everett wasn't going to get caught off guard twice. Julius Miettinen wouldn't be outdone by Coots. After scoring a goal in Game 1, he followed that up with a goal and 3 assists to power his team to a 6-2 win over the Raiders. PA was able to throw plenty more shots at Everett goaltender Anders Miller, but an empty netter and a last-second goal evened up the series as it shifts back to the Art Hauser Center for the rest of the week. Because of the long travel, Games 3, 4, and 5 will be at the Art Hauser Center starting on Tuesday night. Keenan Sorakan, CTV News, Prince Albert.
Delivery drivers for Dragonfly Shipping say dozens were laid off after walking off the job Friday. Drivers who spoke with media say about half of the 120 drivers who went on strike in Saskatoon were fired over the weekend, some by email, others after being removed from a work WhatsApp group. Drivers allege pay has been cut over the last 6 months while their costs continue to rise. They also claim they're expected to drive in dangerous winter conditions and often don't have time for washroom breaks because of tight delivery schedules. The drivers say they're looking for better working conditions.
And we need solution, we need respect. That's only our demand is. We are happy to go back and work.
In a statement to CTV, Dragonfly said deliveries are handled by independent delivery companies responsible for their own drivers, including pay and employment practices. The company also says its delivery network has allowed operations to continue since Friday. Jury selection began today for the trial of a woman charged in connection with a 2024 homicide. 35-year-old Chantel McLaren is charged with accessory after the fact to murder and offering an indignity to human remains. The charges stem from the death of 25-year-old Lee Perkins of Alberta. On February 3rd, 2024, Saskatoon police were executing a search warrant at a home on Lisgar Avenue when they found Perkins' body. A 36-year-old man is charged with first-degree murder, and a third accused is already pleaded guilty to manslaughter. A publication ban is in place on all evidence presented at the trial. Saskatoon's Royal University Hospital is kicking off a major expansion project this week. The hospital will soon house an additional 7 intensive care unit beds, bringing the total number from 19 to 26 in the hospital. The $17 million project will allow for each of the 26 beds to be housed in their own separate rooms, allowing for more privacy and to prevent the spread of infection. The project is set to be done in 2 phases, allowing for ICU beds to remain open throughout the process.
There has been a significant effort, specifically in Saskatoon, in ensuring that the 3 tertiary buildings that we have here between St. Paul's City Hospital and Royal University Hospital, that we are using those spaces as efficiently as possible in terms of obviously providing access to patients, but then being able to flow patients through to make sure that they are where they need to be.
The 2 phases of construction are each expected to take 1 year, which means the overall project is expected to be complete in 2 years. Police and other organizations are focused on the power of collaboration in supporting victims and survivors of crime. The Saskatoon Police Service and Family Service Saskatoon are teaming up to proclaim the start of Victims and Survivors of Crime Week. Members of the public gathered at Saskatoon Police headquarters to kick off the week.
Hopefully it might help eventually prevent, but it's also really important for those who have been impacted by violence to be aware that there are services and supports in their communities across Canada.
A lot of times when people are victimized, they don't know where to go. where to turn. They don't know what their rights are. They don't know what their supports are. And so having individuals who are doing this type of work that can bring comfort and education and support, it's worth everything.
Family Service Saskatoon offers support for people affected by violence, especially domestic and interpersonal violence. High water levels have caused a northern Saskatchewan bridge to collapse, resulting in a pause to mining activity in the area. On Sunday night, Cameco announced it would pause production activities at its Key Lake Mill and MacArthur River mine due to flooding. Last week, the Smoothstone River Bridge collapsed. It's the main route used to transport supplies and people to and from the mine sites. The company says alternate routes have restrictions in place. Cameco says the Cigar Lake mine continues to operate, but depending on the length of this pause, the 2026 production outlook for the MacArthur River Key Lake operation may be impacted. So, Jeff, there you have it. We're back into a new week and new challenges brought on by the weather.
No question about it, John. We are having we had roasty, toasty temperatures, and it continues to be a warm Monday, making our way into a warm Tuesday, hot Tuesday in some respects. But then we get into some unsettled conditions, not surprising with this heat. And so the possibility of some showers are there. And then temperatures really do cool off in a significant fashion, down to single-digit daytime highs again. I know I'm not happy about it either. We'll have the details for you later on.
Cold weather has delayed the start of spring seeding, and there are significant increases to fuel and fertilizer prices. The provincial government says it's too early to tell what impact that will have. Wayne Mantika has more.
It's a late start to spring seeding on the Shikowski family farm outside Regina. They are about 10 days behind schedule.
We started Friday. We got spraying on Thursday, got ahead on spraying, and then started Friday, and it's been a good start.
Farmers are facing added uncertainty this year with higher than anticipated fuel costs.
Yeah, we're feeling the fuel, but in retrospect, fuel's a small part, but every bit counts.
The cost of land and machinery is a bigger issue for many.
Other big farms coming in and driving up rent and land prices, and family farms have to compete somehow, so we kind of got to pony up.
Last year produced a record crop in Saskatchewan, with the province hoping for a repeat this year.
If we get some pretty good heat, get that crop established, it can develop a lot in a short period of time.
The NDP believe a conversation is needed with producers about special challenges being faced.
It should be done in an urgent way, and we should be hearing from producers and their organizations now. And we clearly need some actions that are in the interests of producers and this industry.
Farmers say a lot can happen between now and when the crop is in the bin. But with plenty of moisture in the ground in this region, growing season is off to a strong start. Wayne Mantika, CTV News, near Regina.
While some farmers are back in the fields, busy planting this year's crop, others in the province are dealing with flood zones across Saskatchewan, and it could take weeks before they start seeding. Another setback is producers are already struggling with the high cost of fuel and fertilizer. Alison Bamford has more on this triple threat.
A lakeside view that would almost be serene if it wasn't in the middle of the Hoey family's field.
This was technically pretty much all seeded last year.
Normally, Joel Hoey would be in the field by now, planting this year's crops. But floodwaters are pushing back his timeline at least 2 to 3 weeks.
We're not anywhere close. It is what it is, but at the same time, it's really just starting to eat away at your bottom line.
Last year, this entire field was wheat. Hoey and his family were hoping to plant peas here this year. Likely not going to happen now unless all of this water recedes in a hurry.
Rising price of fuel, the high cost of inputs, and then you got this situation that we have starting later. It's a real kind of a bummer.
The area and dozens of others are under states of emergency, leading to seeding delays across the province.
Later seeding just will likely translate into lower yields.
That is, if some crops are seeded at all. Farmers have until mid-June to plant their crops in order for them to be covered under insurance.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few acres going unseeded this spring just because they're just too wet to get into in a timely basis.
Even when things dry up, flood-damaged roads will make it hard to get heavy equipment anywhere. But there's reassurance from Saskatchewan's agriculture minister that road repairs will be a priority.
We're going to try and work as quickly as we can. Obviously, you got to wait till the water's gone.
It's not the start Hoey wanted, but he's not writing off the year just yet.
We're doing all our due diligence to get everything ready to go.
Hoping for a smooth season once seeding gets underway. Allison Bamford, CTV News, near Paddockwood, Saskatchewan.
When we come back, a theatre group reaches a major milestone. Maine Manteca highlights 100 years of the Regina Little Theatre. One of Canada's longest-running community theatre groups marked its centennial on the weekend. Regina Little Theatre held a gala featuring highlights from 100 years of performances. Wayne Manteca has more.
Wonderful time.
Members of Regina Little Theatre took to the stage with a number dating back to when the theatre company was formed. Regina Little Theatre was created 100 years ago to fill a need in the city.
This was before television. Radio had just become a popular medium, but people still craved live entertainment, and the only live theater you could get at that time was traveling companies. And it was thought, we want more regular, dependable theater that we can get, and if we can put it on ourselves, they figured there was enough talent in the city.
It's the second longest running community theater in Canada. Only Ottawa's has been performing longer. Over the decades, many renowned actors began their careers with Regina Little Theatre.
The current most famous one is Tatiana Maslany, who is She-Hulk, you know, and John Vernon, of course, who had an illustrious career in movies and theater. Shirley Douglas, Francis Hyland, Paul Nolan is now doing his 11th Broadway show.
The centennial was marked by a gala at the Regina Performing Arts Centre. Carol Gay-Bell has been involved for decades.
So I came out and auditioned for a play in 1958 and got a role. And after that, I just probably did a show every year for years and years and years.
Regina Little Theatre is marking its centennial season with repeat performances of shows from the past 100 years as it continues its historic run into the next century. Wayne Manteca, CTV News, Regina.
Jeff has the weather forecast coming when we come back, plus federal support for social services in the Battlefords. Okay, Jeff, a decent weekend, and did we get our way into, I guess we're not going to have some snow, or at least are we able to see that?
Just hold your horses there, mister. It's unlikely we're going to have full-blown snow, but they've had snow in the other parts of Canada. Northern Ontario had some snow, some flurries, and right now, there's the potential for a rain-snow mix as we make our way into the latter part of the week for Prince Albert area. So we're just going to, keep our powder dry in that respect. Right now, we do have a low-pressure area that continues to make its way sort of angling through Saskatchewan into Manitoba. It looks like it's been sparking up, some significant, likely thunderstorm activity north of Winnipeg in the Interlake region there. But in behind it, we have a high-pressure area building in. So tomorrow's going to be a warm day again. But then a real change is coming later in the week. We'll talk about that momentarily. Let's take a look at our future cast. Well, there you go. You can certainly see the bullseye of that low-pressure center moving into the Great Lakes region in Minnesota and other parts of the Midwest. But as you can see, a little something up in northern areas and then some scattered showers maybe tomorrow. But right now, we're anticipating decent temperatures overnight. These are above seasonal for overnight temperatures. 6 degrees for Spiritwood, 6 in the Battleford, 6 in Rostern, 5 in Birch Hills and Candle Lake and Melfort, Nipawin, 4 degrees. And in most places, there's a slight chance of some showers, risk of a thunderstorm as we make our way into the overnight period. But then the skies clear off, and we have mainly sunny skies throughout the region. And these are some pretty warm numbers, certainly for this time of May. 22 degrees for Spiritwood on Tuesday, 24 for the Battlefords, 22 for Candle Lake and Birch Hills, 23 in Rostron, and 21 in Nipawin and Melfort. Now on to the details for Prince Albert and area. So for tonight, overnight temperature of 6 degrees, a risk of a thunderstorm, about a 30% chance of showers, so basically a risk of both of those things, and clearing skies and the winds backing off. And then as we make our way into tomorrow, mainly sunny conditions, 23 degrees, so nicely above seasonal numbers, and winds out of the northwest at 20. And now as we take a look at what's going on for the rest of the week, well, Wednesday still looking pretty warm. Yeah, Thursday, not so bad. Oh, a little bit of shower activity there, 50% chance of showers, but then bam, an overnight temperature of -1. So if you've got bedding plans, really keep your eye on the thermometer, because you may have to be covering them up as we head in towards the weekend. Pretty good chance of showers on Friday, just 6 degrees, 7 on Saturday, crawling back to something closer. But look at that, a slight chance of a rain-snow mix on Sunday with a high of 12 degrees, and back to seasonal numbers on Monday. So it's an interesting, I can't really say a roller coaster, but definitely a big valley before we start climbing back into that mountain area.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't bode well if you're looking to tailgate on Friday at the Raiders.
No, not right now. Well, yeah, it makes it a little tricky.
Make it Tuesday and Wednesday instead.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, the Rough Riders training camp, the main camp, is now underway in Saskatoon with 98 players looking to impress. Some starting spots are up for grabs. Hallie Mandrick has more on the local players, some veterans, and the others getting their first taste of pro football.
Hometown talent is shining as the Saskatchewan Roughriders prepare to defend their Grey Cup championship for the 2026 football season.
It adds a lot to it, and I think it spreads to the guys that aren't from here, and they really learn to understand how important this fan base is to us and how important this game is to Saskatchewan.
Sunday marked the time for veteran players to join the new faces after their week of rookie camp. For those like Carson Sombach, who were born and raised in Saskatchewan, it's also an opportunity to play alongside the team they've spent a lifetime cheering for.
When you're a little kid, it's like this, like the dream. You put that on a piece of paper for what job you want to have in the future. When you're in kindergarten, you write what job you want. You put Saskatchewan Rough Rider, right? So just the fact that is actually happening is just a pretty cool experience.
It's a feeling that fellow Regina Rams alumni Jackson Ford remembers well.
And the nerves are there always. It just means you care, right? So, but yeah, no, that first one was it was a grind, because like those 4 days of rookie camp, you get pretty much all those reps, and then when the vets come in, you get 1 day to kind of mellow out and get ready to go, and then the legs are heavy for that first day.
Now in his 4th year with the Riders, Ford says playing for his hometown team is something he never takes for granted.
Being a Sask-grown kid and growing up and understanding the fan base that we have here, it just means that much more to us, and we can just, help, we can tell the Americans and stuff about like the culture of Saskatchewan.
Head coach Corey Mace says that local talent makes a big difference both on and off the field.
But to have those guys, from the province of Saskatchewan, you don't have to tell them much to get juiced up or what it means to wear green and white.
For vets like Furland, now in his 6th year with the team he grew up cheering for, this start to the season is something he'll never get tired of.
Never. I don't think it'll ever get old. It feels good to have that support.
Hallie Mandrick, CTV News, Saskatoon.
Tributes have been pouring in for hockey legend Punch McLean. Born in Estevan in 1932, the renowned coach led the Estevan Bruins to a WHL Championship in 1968 and later the New Westminster Bruins to 4 consecutive Memorial Cup finals. More than 100 players he coached went on to careers in the NHL. On Friday, McLean died in a car crash in northern BC. The PWHL's Walter Cup playoffs are down to just 3 teams as the Ottawa Charge have punched their ticket to the final.
As Hobson comes down to Katarova, stop by Frigo, rebound, scores! Brooke Hobson's first playoff goal.
Former Prince Albert Northern Bear Brooke Hobson's first career playoff goal helped tie the game in the second period and force overtime. 1 extra period didn't determine a winner, so in double overtime, Michaela Cava scored on the rebound to take the series for the Charge. Ottawa will face the winner of the Minnesota-Montreal series, which takes place tonight.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization? Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
The city of North Battleford is getting a federal grant for social services. The city and Battleford's Family Health Center were chosen as one of 30 applicants to get emergency treatment funding for the 2026-27 fiscal year. The funding will go toward the hiring of an alternative response officer, an outreach worker within Battleford's Family Health Center, a casual driver, 2 vehicles, and funds for client nutrition, supplies, clothing, as well as training for first responders. The city says this partnership will provide direct support for people with mental health and addictions crises in the community.
Brought to you by Saskatchewan Union of Nurses. Thank you to Saskatchewan's 11,000 registered nurses.
Okay, Jeff, before we preview this last story, are you a chess or a checkers guy?
You know what? I'm more of a. I'll go with checkers.
It's all right.
It's like no. I was going to say backgammon, but it's been a long time since I played backgammon too. So
don't know that one.
More of a crib person, playing cards, playing crib.
That's one, yeah, more up my alley as well. But chess lovers, Jeff, they gathered at Parliament Hill on Sunday for a big time match. That life-size match was in support of the Alzheimer's Society of Canada, and as you can see, participants literally played the part, dressing up in full chess piece attire. This reminds me of a video game that had kind of live dudes that would actually fight each other in the squares.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool stuff.
Okay.
That'd be a fun one.
So, what? Yes, it would.